Hey there, YouTubers! Hi there, Dr. Sheep here. Welcome back to Cooking with Dr. Sheep. Today we are curing beef to make corned beef. So we're going to turn brisket into corned beef. It's the St. Patrick's Day tradition, which is funny because I'm not actually wearing any green. And also I'm wearing my lab coat in the kitchen, but you should never wear long sleeves in the kitchen or in the lab unless you're wearing an actual fire-resistant lab coat, which I am not. That thing's made of polyester. No, wait. No, yeah, polyester and cotton. So, death. Anyways, list of things you'll need today. Pickling spice. Now, granted, you could make your own pickling spice from a recipe online, but I'm just going to use Walmart's. You're going to need pink nitrate salt, sugar, and then kosher salt. I have mine in a bowl because I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough, but then I didn't realize I needed 3 cloves of garlic. I didn't have any garlic, so I had to go to Walmart anyways, and so I didn't need to pre-measure my kosher salt out, but nonetheless, and you'll need water and a large pot to hold it. You also need a mortar and pestle. Why the mortar and pestle? Well, you could leave the pickling spice as it is. However, I'm going to try and crush it up a little bit. That way we can release more of those flavors and my camera's going to die. So let's just get into combining the ingredients for the brine. I think the first step, besides measuring out your water, which I'm not going to do quite yet, I think is to peel your garlic. So basically, the best way is, see the stem here? You're going to want to break that, because then that'll reveal the garlic on the inside. And this thing is very dried out, not very fresh. Oh, crap. And just like that, we've got 3 cloves, and now we just got to peel them. Something my stepmom recommends is cutting the ends of your garlic to peel them. And I'm going to listen to her today because I don't want to be sitting here for 8 hours. Look at that. 3 cloves of garlic all ready to be minced. So, mincing, I am not a professional chef, so do not take what I do as like the bane of perfection here, okay? Frick. Okay, we're back. After cutting my thumb open, we're gonna be a little... I was trying to get all professional there, but I am not a professional, so... Luckily, the flap of skin is still kind of attached to my thumb, so it's kind of stopping the bleeding. For the most part. Alright, let me get this cleaned up and measure out 1 gallon of water in our pot. Alright, so I've got a gallon of water in here with my garlic. The recipe I found online was for a 5-pound brisket. I'm making 2 2-pound briskets, so that's 4 pounds. So the garlic is for the 5 pounds, but what's wrong with more garlic? Anyways, so here's 1 1/4 cups of kosher salt, not pickling salt. You're going to want to use kosher salt. The reason for that is every type of salt has a different density. Funny enough, it's all sodium chloride, but the sodium chloride crystal sizes are different, therefore adjusting how much they can pack and therefore how much you get. Anyways, next thing is a 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. Again, the 1/2 cup of sugar is for a 5-pound brisket, but what's wrong with a little sweeter? That salt was adjusted though, however. Normally you have 1 1/2 cups. The next thing is 3.2 teaspoons of pink nitrate salt. So I'm going to go 3 teaspoons and then just add just the tiniest bit more. So now it's time for your pickling spice. You don't want to probably crush it up too much. Just want to break those peppercorns open. Pretty much is all you're doing. Okay, well, I made a mess. Here's the second tablespoon. I'm going to add a bit more. Just because I want a nice strong flavor. Oh, God, that's burning my nose. Oh. Okay, next step is to get everything to dissolve and bring it to a simmer. It's a very different color than the pork one. The pork one, if you guys remember, was like red. This is not. Very interesting. Anyways, you see I think those are whole peppercorns in there. And I poured in just some more pickling salt seasoning just because sorry, I keep saying salt. Pickling seasoning just because I want that really strong flavor. I could almost taste it on the pork beforehand that we did. And so like it tasted like corned beef in spots. So I figured the more the better, right? Let this come up to a simmer, and then we gotta refrigerate it, and then we get to put the briskets in for 5 days, and I will show you guys the briskets before we put them in. My thumb is much better, kind of. It's bleeding through the band-aid. I will survive. Alrighty, so the brine has finally come to fridge temperature. So basically, you have to let it cool down to room temperature. And then once it's down to room temperature, you can put it in the fridge. And once it's cooled down to fridge temperature, you can put your brisket in. Basically, this is to prevent bacteria from growing in the brisket, because the water will be warmer than, will be too warm for the brisket. Anyways, so we'll set one in. We'll set the other one in. And then obviously, they're gonna wanna. Well, I'd say they want to float, but the way they're sitting in my pot, that's not an issue. Okay, so now they're floating. We'll take the plate here, and we'll just set that on top. Make sure there's no air pockets or anything, and we're good to go. So yeah, we get the plate on top. We'll cover it back up. This, place it in the fridge. Rotate them every other day. They're going to be in there for 5 days. I could probably get away with 4 since they're only 4 pounds and there's 2 of them instead of the 5 pounds, and it's not just one brisket. But just to be safe and to get as much amount of flavor as possible. Plus, I don't want to cook this on a Thursday. So yeah, I will see you guys in 5 days. Good morning, my boomas. It has been 6 days almost since we put this in there. So since we put the corned beef in the brine, I was supposed to pull it out Friday. I was probably even supposed to pull it out Thursday, but I decided to leave it in there. Make sure we get that nice flavor infused. We're only going to cook one today. I'm going to save the other one for actual St. Patrick's Day. Now, you're going to want to let this sit on low in your crock pot all day. So we're going from 8 o'clock this morning to 6 o'clock tonight. And so, seasonings, we are adding 2 cloves of garlic, some ancient celery flakes that I've had laying around forever, some more pickling spice. This is probably a lot, but that's definitely a lot. But I really want that flavor of the pickling spice. Some more pepper and some onion powder. Alright, so now, according to my dad, you want to put 1 inch of water in here. Okay, never mind. So the way this new crock pot works is if you hit select, it just goes through all these, and low is your, and so there isn't a button for just low. It's just you're setting a time, which is a little different than I'm used to. Usually just turn a dial, it's analog, but whatever. It's already starting to warm up, and there's a little bit of steam already. Very good, very good. So yeah, we're gonna let this sit till noon. At noon, we're gonna cut up some potatoes, and then add those in there, and then we'll eat at 6. So see you all later. All right, it's finally noon, and I've gone ahead and washed the potatoes, and I want to cut them in half, and then place them underneath the corned beef, which is boiled a lot of water away, which isn't normal. I turned it down to 10 hours to kind of turn down the heat, because it's just boiling through stuff too fast. Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 6 days of work, we've got corned beef. There's a lot of fat on top that I didn't trim because I was lazy. So, just gotta peel that back. And underneath, got some good corned beef. Don't forget your rye bread to go along with it. And my potatoes. These are probably some of my favorite potatoes on the face of the planet. They soak up the juice from that corned beef. Best potatoes on the face of the planet, hands down. Anyways, that's it. That's it for today's video. I don't know how this is really going to cut up, but anyways, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. New videos every other Friday, 11 a.m. Central Time. And happy St. Patrick's Day, and good night. Subs for trees. Subs for trees. Subs for trees. Subs for trees. Oh, you're still here? I thought I told you to go home. Oh, you want more? I'm flattered. Check out the playlist. If you want exclusive content, check out my Instagram, Dr_sheep_YouTube. That's all lowercase. If you want to help the earth, subscribe. When I reach 100 subscribers, I'm going to plant 10 trees. If you feel that's too small, then check out my channel chart where I lay out even bigger goals. Finally, stick around for the next 20 seconds to give me that sweet watch time. Bye.